Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chef Eric Uganda, aka the Versatile Chef. Today I'm here in a certain city which is called Kuwait. I've met one of my friend here. I want to ask him some questions. Our fellow students out there, they sent me to ask him some hospitality questions and culinary questions as well. So he will be able to answer us uh, in one way or the other. Don't fail to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Chef Eric Yugi26, and like, comment, and share. Let's go and meet this guy. He will introduce himself to us so that we can know him in one way or the other. Hello, Chef. How are you?
Yes, Chef.
Nice to meet you, Chef.
Nice to meet you too. How are you doing, Chef?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, how's life?
Life is good. Life is good, and you?
Oh, I'm very good. I'm very good.
Okay, I've met you here. What's the name of this city?
We are just here in Kuwait City, and right here is the Kuwait Towers.
Okay.
And of course, this is the kids' corner and adults' corner for playing and all.
Okay.
So you even found me. I was just here jogging.
Yeah.
My viewers asked me to do for them something, so I'm just here thinking of what I'm gonna do this evening.
So
And of course, yes.
you mean today you prepare for us something special?
Yes, one of my clients asked me to have something special for the kids at home during this festive season. And of course, after here, I'm just running somewhere in the supermarket and find out this something they want to eat. In fact, they asked me to present for them the best dish in gizzards, gizzard with rice. So it's me to know which type of gizzard I will make. So for all of your friends and our friends, you don't need to miss this. It's going to be something soothing and amazing.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mean today we should not miss that meal? We're gonna test it.
Yes,
Will you
chef.
give us something to eat to test so that we can also explain our dear viewers there?
Yes, chef. Of course, it's gonna be a meat and talk.
Okay.
As I will be doing this dish, I will be also having an interlude with you, and of course, we will be talking about the nutritional facts, what time to eat this, and what students or kids at home should have. The drinks also that goes better with this. So it's gonna be something very simple but amazing and delicious. Anybody can have this. This is what we are here. We are in for here. Also to show our clients, our friends, our fans, our supporters, our viewers that we are here to show them food, to show them and take them through the world of food.
Okay.
Yes.
Right now, I have my clients, your students actually out there in Africa. They said to me to ask you some questions.
Oh yes.
So will you be able to answer them? Because they are students in the institution. They would like to know about something in the hospitality and culinary, something like that.
Oh
So
yes.
I have like 5 questions for the meanwhile. Will you be able to give us time to answer those questions?
Yes, chef. Whatever the question they asked you, just be free to ask me. I will be able to answer, especially for our students who are studying. You've really made a good journey to join culinary. Culinary is one of the areas where you find joy, you find peace. So whatever the question, please give me the question.
Okay, we're gonna rush very fast for the sake of time, because I'm also traveling to another place to meet other chefs.
Oh yes.
We keep on asking various chefs to explain this hospitality industry as well. So, chef, my first question is, they told me to ask you, can you please explain to them the chopping boards that you use in the kitchen and the chopping boards, color coding, and their uses?
Okay, thank you so very much. In fact, this is a very good question, and for whoever asked this question, I really credit him or her 100%. We've got a lots of chopping board, and of course, we use chopping board in the kitchen for purposes of avoiding food contamination and also food poisoning. The reason as to why we do this is because of what we call HACCP, which is Healthy Analysis at Critical Control Point. When you handle food nicely, you handle food items, that means you're going also to handle client's life. So for example, if you're having red meat, okay, to start with the red meat, that is beef, goat, those raw red meat, we use a red chopping board.
Okay.
So when you find a red chopping board in any kitchen, that means it is specifically for red meat.
Okay.
And then when you meet a green chopping board, that is only for vegetables and fruits.
Okay.
Vegetables, basically vegetables. And of course, when you meet the white chopping board, that is for cheese and bread.
Okay.
Some other people or some other kitchens do use it also for fruits, the white chopping board, which is also okay because it's ready to eat also food. And then when you meet a brown chopping board, we use it only for ready-to-eat food. For example, you have meat which is ready, you have chicken which is already cooked food, ready-to-eat food, you use a brown chopping board. And of course, in addition, we have a yellow one. A yellow is only for chicken. Only for chicken, because you know chicken has got a dangerous bacteria which is salmonella. If it hurts you somewhere, you will run your whole life, and that is death, of course. And this is why we are avoiding this. You cannot use chicken on a red chopping board or on a green chopping board. That will be dangerous. Then we have a blue one, which is for fish or seafood, any fish, any seafood item or lake food item. You use a blue board. And of course, there are some kitchens that are using the wooden chopping boards, and they are using it for each and everything. I would also advise them that if you're using a wooden chopping board, then you should be having different types of them or different categories. So you know that this type is for vegetable, this is for this. Every item has to be with its own chopping board to avoid cross contamination.
Okay.
Thank you, chef.
Uh, my second questions is, they told me to ask you. You have talked about salmonella. Can you explain them salmonella in brief?
Okay, salmonella is it's a bacteria found in chicken.
Okay.
If you don't cook chicken very well, or if you mislead, or if you mishandle chicken very well, and the bacteria goes from chicken to another food item, maybe let's say fish, or it goes to beef, it is a bacteria, it will affect someone. So, for example, we talk about storage. If you are storing chicken in the fridge, you're not supposed to add it with another meat. It has to be in its own chamber, and every item in its own chamber. Because once this salmonella bacteria attacks you or gets into your body, then you are gone. That's where you'll find some people, they say this person has got such and such disease because maybe he got a bacteria called salmonella in chicken, and this has affected his life or her life. Now we are looking for operation, we are looking for this. That's where most of the people get food poisoning. Even sometimes someone say, I went to this hotel, I ate chicken, but I feel stomach pain, I feel heart attack, I feel ABCD. It's because of this kind of bacteria. These are the things that we need to avoid. There is what we call temperature controls in the kitchens that chefs out there should have to note and take care of, because if you don't really take care of these temperatures, you are going to run out of the business and our customers will run away from you. So we try to avoid this by teaching the new coming chefs on how to prevent this and how to overcome each and everything.
Okay,
Yes.
Chef. Last time they saw us on our YouTube channels.
Yes.
When you were talking about Italian cuisine. Because they asked me, Chef told us he's an Italian chef. He knows how to cook, to prepare some Italian dishes. So, and they sent me to ask you, can you please tell them the type of risotto in Italian name? They want to know which type of risotto are you preparing where you work. So also for them they can prepare at home.
Okay, if you're at home, my dear students or my dear chefs, Italian is a wide cuisine. It's a very wide cuisine, whereby right about now we've got a lot of variations and effusions, especially in the risotto. Risotto is rice. Just like in Uganda, we have basmati rice, we have kaiso, we have super rice. But now in Italy, for them they use risotto. It's one of the best of the rice that I would recommend anyone to have. For example, you can make saffron risotto. For example, saffron is a herb, and this herb is the most expensive. In fact, in the whole world, it is saffron which is the highest expensive. The most expensive is saffron. So you can have your saffron risotto well cooked. The reason as to why I'm recommending saffron, because it is authentic. Risotto is an authentic food which you will have at any time, but it's so expensive. But of course, if you can manage, you can have risotto. You can have the saffron, you can have the beetroot, you can have mushroom risotto, you can have whatever. It is just an infusion. You make your rice like how you do at home. You boil rice. After boiling rice, then you have some other toppings now. Like you say, okay, I'm going to have omelette. Then you have onion, you have tomato, you have this. So you just remove this, you add. You remove this, you add. You remove this, and you add. As simple as that.
Okay. So I have my last questions, which they gave me, or to ask you. It's about in the kitchen.
Mm.
Because they wanted to know the difference between a cook and the chef, because they are seeing many of people there, they are wearing chef's jacket. They don't know, is this a cook, is this a chef? What's the difference between a cook and a chef?
Thank you so much. Briefly, the only difference here is one. A chef is a manager,
Yeah,
is the head of the kitchen. A chef is a person who commands.
yeah,
A chef creates.
yeah,
A chef thinks of something.
yeah.
And then after a chef creating something and thinking of this, then he comes to a cook. Then he will say, I need ABCD.
Okay.
So a chef is a manager, is a commander. And then a cook is a person now, his work is only production.
Okay.
Production. So a cook works under a chef. So a chef is a manager of the kitchen. He replicates each and everything. He will say, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I've sort of ABCD. Where are you? Then they'll say, yeah, chef, because they are under him. He's a manager. He's the one managing them. So whatever the chef thinks of, the cooks are there to produce. So the
Okay.
chef will come and say, okay, guys, this is our recipe for example, arancini. Then they will start, the cooks will start, chef, what is arancini? Because for them, they don't know. But now the person has brought for them this idea, then they would wish to know, and then they cook. Their work is to produce.
Okay.
Yeah, the chef thinks of something or creates something, and then the cooks produces it out.
Okay.
Simple English and simple explanation.
Thank you so much, Chef,
Yes.
for our answers you have given us. And I think our dear students out there in the institute, you have got something from Chef Peter Baluku. Thank you so much, Chef.
Yes, thank you, chef.
So we are waiting for today's meal. I
Yes.
think you will invite me as well so that I can taste that taste. I will take them to my dear students out there so that I will explain them how Chef Peter